Pomona, California, home of the Auto Club Raceway and some of the most iconic moments in NHRA history. I'm your host, Brian Loans, and we're so glad to have you here to take in the action. Without further ado, let's go down to the Storm track. A respectable ET, but it was enough to beat their opponent in this match and to move them on to the next round. The fans in attendance loved that last race, and lucky for them and for us, we've got more NHRA drag racing action to come. Go back to that start. The driver in the right lane came off the starting line quicker, which gave them the advantage that they needed. I can feel the anticipation for our next race coming up here in the commentary box, ladies and gentlemen. The roar of the engines firing up, the smell of the exhaust, the sun gleaming off the engines. It does not get better than this. Our next race features two very closely ranked competitors. Stay tuned for more exciting NHRA Championship drag racing action powered by Camping Pro. Replay of the start. The right lane driver makes a strong getaway off the line, and that was all she wrote. Drag racing fans, welcome to the NHRA Camping World Championship. We've got world-class drivers, some of the most powerful engines on Earth, and myself, Brian Loans. The only thing we were missing was you, and we're so glad you made it here. Check out this next race, ladies and gentlemen. Rolling up to the starting line are two drivers ready to put the pedal to the metal. An incredible performance from these two drivers thus far. They both had their eyes on a spot in the finals, but only one can move on. Who will take home the Wally this weekend? Here's a replay of the start. The right lane driver makes a strong getaway off the line, and that was all she wrote. Looks like a little debris on the racetrack. We'll get that cleared up before our next race. Don't miss this one, folks. With a ton of momentum. It is such a shame that only one driver can move forward after that performance. But move forward they will. We've got more NHRA race action to come. This driver had a slight reaction time advantage, but it was exactly what they needed to come out ahead for the win. Our founder, Wally Parks, began the NHRA in 1951 to promote a safe, competitive organization for hot rod drag racing. Over 25,000 people signed up in the first year alone. Stay tuned for this one, folks. It should be a blast. Didn't look particularly effective. Let's see if they've got enough temperature in the tires for the upcoming race. Both of the drivers on track did well to advance to this stage, but looks like they couldn't get the tires at the right temperature. You just know we're being spoiled with this race action, ladies and gentlemen. Great display by both drivers. You can tell that they put their heart and soul into every inch. It's a shame that only one can move on to the next round. Let's go back to that start. The driver in the right lane came off the starting line quicker, which gave them the advantage that they needed. I want to give a big thanks to all the staff and volunteers here at the racetrack who make events like these possible. This is a pivotal matchup in this event. Be sure not to miss this one. with that performance, albeit they still came out on top. Put your hands together for this weekend's champ. That's another Wally for their mantle. Let's take another look at this incredible final race. Both drivers are putting everything they have into this last run. Seen the last of our races for today, but NHRA Camping World Drag Racing rolls on. Take care getting home, ladies and gentlemen, and stay tuned for our next NHRA event.